right. Munchie Mafia. Time for Civvy to get the hell out of here. So, I'm so excited for this. Running late getting out of here. So incredibly frustrated. So incredibly frustrated. Hi, Timmy. So, have you ever wondered if people are all together there? It's like you just look at them and you can see that the wheel is turning, but that hamster is dead. I mean, oh my God. Sound is okay, thank God. Says because of today's snafu, this morning I accidentally deleted the wrong line this morning. This Gil called me and just totally effed up my stream, and when I was able to, decline the call, it totally took over my audio. And anyway, so the weather's shit. The weather's absolute garbage out here. So I'm gonna have to just, redo that whole thing, possibly as a separate video. I'll just record from home instead of trying to do that via a live with really really crappy freaking reception. I don't know what the hell the deal is. I know that the weather is absolute garbage, even though my car says it's 52 degrees at 7:19 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time. I'm not even gonna try to raise that. I'm gonna try. You just never know, people. You know what I hate is how people are so aggressive when it comes to driving. It's like you want to get over, but they won't let you over. They won't even give you the time of day, and then you turn on your blinker, and they speed up ahead so that your little light is flashing on your side mirror. It says, "Hey, there's something in your blind spot," and it's like you just want to freaking get over, and they just won't let you over. Fine, you know what? Your car's smaller, so I'm getting over. What a day. It's like two new people. Actually, one new person in the kitchen. The other one is the same one that's like, okay, so crayon shy of a rainbow. Not all that bright. I had to explain in great detail. Whoa, look at all the birds. I had to explain in great. Wow, there's even more birds. Where the hell are all these birds coming from? Anyway, holy cow, there's a whole bunch more. Goodness. It's the apocalypse. They're out to get me. Just know it. It's a conspiracy. Anyway, so I drew a diagram of the tray. What goes where in print? Where am I supposed to put this? I'm like, Well, you certainly don't put a nice hot roll over, on top of a pat of butter. Now we got melted butter, and now the packet of grape juice mix is now, all greased up, and salt and pepper packets are all greased up, and I got to throw all those away. Please tell me that this was the only tray. Oh, I don't know. God, it's like, holy cow. Yeah, frickin' starlings, man. Um, my God, what do I do? So I'm looking at the other new guy. I'm like, dude, you're gonna be over here building trays. We're setting so and so to the dish pit. I just can't deal with this anymore. You're a tray person now, so get on with it. So I'm like a half hour late getting out, just simply because of all that nonsense. And it's like, oh God, please. And I don't know how many times I said the sports are on the top shelf in a white box labeled sports. I need more sports. I need more sports for it. You already have this whole box already open, sitting on the shelf. And I'm like, that'd be freaking kidding me, man. So here we are. I'm starting to get really frustrated. And I had to go and take a 10-minute break because I was about ready to just blow. It's like, and I told one of the corrections officers, here's the thing, that I need to get out of this building for just a few minutes and just go take a breather before Gordon Ramsay comes out of my mouth. Please let me out of the building. And he's like, I totally understand. I used to be a chef. And I'm like, okay, all right. And he came in to the kitchen earlier asking me if I knew about the whole communication regarding Ramadan. And I'm like, yeah, I got a really long email that I read when I went to break about how to deal with, all this stuff and what goes in the bags. He goes, well, I'd like to see what's in the bags. I said, well, that's fine, but I've got it written right here that, I'm throwing in an extra egg and some carrot sticks because, and an orange because, yeah, they do need to have their daily caloric intake. However, what they also need is some sort of fresh fruit and some sort of fresh vegetable to go with it because it's like, they're not, if they were eating the trays, they weren't observing Ramadan, then, he'd be getting his recommended daily allowance of fruit and vegetables, right? But because he's on sack lunches, he's not getting that, so he gets an extra egg, he gets an orange, and I explained the reason why for the for the orange is because he needs an orange to, one, prevent scurvy. Number two is something additional that contains liquid. And I told him that, it's not a good thing to be fasting like that. I mean, I understand that, that's their thing and all. I'm not criticizing that. It's just that the body can't withstand that for that long of a period of time, where you're going that long with no liquid whatsoever, and it causes the blood to thicken, and then next thing you know it's like, heart having to work harder in order to get oxygen throughout the body. And so, and he looks at me and he's thinking about it for a moment. He's like, "Oh, I get it. Okay, that makes sense." But yeah, so hydration is important. I mean, you can go a long period of time without eating food, but when it comes to liquids, it's like you need fluid. You need to be hydrated, or else so long periods of not drinking any liquid cause a whole lot of problems in your body. Throw your whole body out of whack. Electrolyte imbalance, kidney problems, liver problems, even, know, cognitive impairment actually cause hallucinations. Your body can't go without liquids more than I think like 48 hours and 72 hours, something like that. Liquid of any kind. Or else your body starts to shut down. It's hard because we've got to deal with Ramadan, diabetics, pregnant women. Then we also have like everyone's always there's an allergy, but it may not necessarily be an allergy. It could just be a preference. I'm allergic to corn, like the one dude who claimed to be allergic to corn, and all of a sudden it's like he was getting these sad sacks, sad lunch sacks, sad lunches, sad dinners, and all this other stuff. And he's like, well, where's my cookies? Oh, well, that's got corn in it. Well, where's my salad dressing? I need salad dressing. Oh, that's got corn in it. Well, where's this? It's got corn in it. All of a sudden, it's like he's putting in a kite to get off the no corn diet. That was pretty funny. Jesus Christ. Traffic this time of the night? 7:30, and it's like, well, it only took me 10 minutes to get from Kent to Edgewood. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, this morning I was talking about culinary school and hierarchies in the kitchen. Does a chef? How does a chef get their title? Is it by certificate or degree, or is it given to them? And it's like it's given to you. Either you accept the job as whatever chef, like sous chef or pastry chef or executive chef, head chef, whatever. But so many people that are just line cooks are just, oh yeah, I'm a chef. It's like, no, you're not. So that was a really interesting discussion. Um, and culinary school, what it was like to go to culinary school, what to expect when you walk in the door for the first time, and all the, I started to touch base on the different types of culinary schools there are. Escoffier is an online school. I can't imagine how the hell you can do an online school with culinary other than you've got to take a lot of videos, you've got to take a lot of pictures, and then you got to send the videos and the pictures of you doing all these tests and stuff like that. It's like, wow, and they're going to charge you the same amount as you would had you gone to an in-person school. how's that even possible? So there's only like 3 Le Cordon Bleus left in the world, I believe. I believe it's in France. Um, all the ones in the United States have closed down because of predatory practices when it came to, signing kids up for culinary school. They're like, oh yeah, you're going to make all this money. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not. You're just not going to make money straight out of the gate. Unless you've already been in the industry for a long time and you're just chasing a piece of paper that you need to further your career, then okay, yeah. But that's like a minor percentage of the amount of people that do go to culinary school. Now, some community colleges have good programs, some of them have shitty programs. Some of the technical, or the trade schools, technical schools, whatever you want to call the damn thing, may have culinary and baking and pastry. And they could be good. Some of them could be really shitty too. The best piece of advice that I could give you, if you are so hell-bent on enrolling in culinary school, is to go and audit a couple classes at various different schools that are offering culinary arts or pastry arts. And find out which one is going to be your jam. Which one can you see yourself sitting in on for hours and hours and hours and hours for, 10 months to 2 years, 4 years, 2 years or 4 years, and then go with that one. Don't go for the cheapest, unless, of course, it's a really good program. Like here in Seattle, it's like South Seattle Community College. It's got one of the best programs in the area presently. Because Le Cordon Bleu does not exist anymore. But if you can, go to the CIA. If you're on the East Coast, that's like one of the top. It's the top culinary college nationally. That is, if you're hell bent on it. Now, what's the difference between pastry arts and culinary arts? Well, one teaches cooking, the other one teaches pastry. Sometimes they teach you a little bit of what you need to know if there's a crossover, like the very basics, like how to do the basic shit, just in case your pastry chef, you know, got locked in the Lux oven and got cooked to death or something. Um, so um, when looking at which direction should I go, what I would highly recommend is go work in a donut shop or a grocery store bakery for a little bit and see how you like it. Because in the grand scheme of things, baking and pastry actually makes more money than the culinary side. Especially if you open up your own bakery and have some sort of specialty like gluten-free or vegan or gluten-free and vegan or whatever, and or specific types of pastries that are like Scandinavian pastries or German pastries or whatever. You actually make more money, and it's actually a lot of fun. But if you're not good at math, I wouldn't choose baking and pastry until you can figure out your math. Because baking and pastry is more of a science where things have to be exact measurements. You can't just be off by a little bit and expect your shit to cook or to rise properly. So And on top of all this, like, one thing that I really wish that I could actually do is decorate cakes. My hands are just not steady like they used to be. I really wish that I could do more, but that's not possible. Um, I've tried. So I asked for an airbrush kit for Christmas. So I haven't had a chance to pull it out and play with it yet, but I think that that's going to be something that's going to be coming up. Uh, yeah, that could be like a total dumpster fire, or it could be really freaking cool. You know, watch Chef Stevie paint the kitchen with her new cake decorating tools. You know, dumpster fire is what it would be. Um, so it's a really cool airbrush kit. Comes with a whole lot of colors. It's like, you know, all of the basic colors, and then a bunch of secondary and a couple of tertiary colors. And I think there's a couple of metallics in there too. And they're all food grade food coloring that can be used. That's specifically designed to be used in the airbrush kit, in an airbrush system. So, looking forward to that. Maybe after this holiday is over and done with, and I get my stupid certification renewed, um, and have a lot more time on my hands, be able to, take you on a little adventure. There could be some tears, there could be a lot of cussing, there could be some binge drinking because it's stressing me out. Who knows? Or it could just be something really, really, really fun. But no matter what, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. Yeah. So today was a shit show, but I still love my job. I really do. I love my job. It's just that when that wheel is turning, but that hamster is like, mummified remains. It's like, help, because I have somebody capable, and at the same time, I'm like, I got to put myself in this person's shoes. Should there be a problem with this person's cognition, but I have to show them patience and some kindness, just in case this person could be, could have like some special needs, because I know what it's like in a different kind of way. And yeah, my memory is absolute garbage. My memory is shit. I remember, as I was saying in my live this morning, it's like my brain tumor was actually named after an executive chef who was making disparaging comments to me about how I have the memory of a goldfish. Now, this was like 6 months before I found out about the brain cancer. I didn't, there's, it's like, there's just, you just don't know those sort of things. It's not like, we have an MRI in our frickin' living room or something, and it's like, oh, hey, honey, let's, let's do a, let's do a MRI of my brain, and let's see if maybe there might be something in there that's causing me grief. We're not, we're not born with medical degrees. We can't self-diagnose ourselves. Even though we have WebMD, it's like how many times have you looked up your symptoms and it's scared you to death because it's got you thoroughly convinced that you've got something like syphilis or something, and you're like, how the hell did I get an STD, honey? I want a divorce. And your significant other's like, what? What? Honest, honey, I'm not cheating on you, but maybe I should. You're acting neurotic. Go to the doctor. Well, it says right here in WebMD that I've got syphilis. Like, you've got an itchy elbow. or something stupid like that, or ingrown toenail or something, It's like, it does not equate to syphilis. Just go to the doctor and have it confirmed. How about that? Weeks later, go see your GP, and it's like, oh, it's just ingrown toenail. I'm sorry, honey. I don't want that divorce after all. It's too late. Or he trades you up for a 20-year-old. It's like, yeah, it's not a good thing. All right, so we're kind of slumming it. Um, Almost to the top of Eli Hill. This is Bonnie Lake area. Bonnie Lake, welcome to you. Um, Stopping off at KFC for dinner. It's almost 8 o'clock. By the time I get home, it's going to be almost 9 o'clock, maybe 8:30. I just don't have the energy to cook. Didn't have time to go to Costco. Just didn't feel like it. My hip has been screaming bloody murder. But I found out from my big boss. Well, no, as long as you have the shoes, we're not gonna make you wear them. As long as you've ordered them, you have them in your possession. You wear whatever the hell you want, as long as they have non-skid. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. So actually, ta-da! My hip pain is starting to get a little bit better. And when I say a little bit better, it's like, marginally. It's like, it's not sharp, but it still hurts. Oh, what's people doing? Really? Wow. So, anyway. Okay, I just had a craving for a fried chicken. I love you cannot make a U-turn there, you dumbass. Oh my god. Really? Anyway, so KFC it is. So craving fried chicken. We don't have any of the other fancy schmancy fried chicken places. Had I planned this out better, I would have gone over to Jollibee and got Filipino fried chicken. That's the opposite direction. If I got off work early enough, I would have done. That's one thing that I have not taken Timmy to go and try yet. Filipino fried chicken. Filipino fried chicken is the shit. I was so excited when I found out that not only were they putting in this giant Filipino grocery store, but a Jollibee was moving in next door. And I was like, oh my god, I haven't been to a Jollibee since I've been in the Philippines. This is awesome. And he also hasn't had Filipino spaghetti yet. Maybe I should make that live. Do a Filipino spaghetti. It has banana ketchup in it. It's sweet. It's very basic. Maybe I'll just make a small batch, enough for like one meal, just in case Timmy doesn't like it. Because I could actually see him not liking it. I know that somebody's asked me, hey, can you make some pancit, and can you make some lumpia? And it's like, yeah, I could do lumpia. We could do that. So, um, anyhow, I think I have a gazillion messages on Discord to read through when I get home. A bunch of them are audio clips, voice messages all over Discord. So let's check those out. I started listening to some of them, but it's like just couldn't get through all of them. Like chef. It's like, oh my God, say my name one more time. Beetlejuice. It's showtime. And no, I will not go to that Chick-fil-A. I do not. They do not. They do not support the LGBTQ community. Since I'm part of that alphabet, I'm not gonna support them. They're not getting any of my money. Alright, KFC. Should probably stop and get gas too. And fuck it, I'll just 20 miles till empty. I guess I'm gonna stop for gas. So I'm gonna end this live, and I will catch you all over on Discord or something. Have a good night, everybody.